Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So, happy Taco Titty Tuesday! Since everybody can't keep these out their mouth, everybody is just like, can't get enough. They cannot get enough. When I be seeing everybody else up here, I don't see. Anyways, we will talk about that. Maybe I'll come back and do another live and we'll talk about people and, their unsolicited and unwarranted opinions and so on and so forth. But today, we're going to be talking about Jess Hilarious being, getting her club shot up and being trapped with a baby when she literally, the ink barely dried on that new contract that she just made and that new deal that she just signed with the Breakfast Club. And we're going to be talking about Monique. Monique is out here looking crazy as all outdoors with her daddy sitting up there, letting him disrespect her son. The son came out that we've never heard of before. We ain't never seen him in a month of Sundays. So we going to get into it, all right? Because, people, oh, he just cop chasing. Oh, he just want money. No, sometimes you just want your parents to recognize and acknowledge the fact that they were a terrible parent, but don't even just like, oh, I'm sorry. No, actually do the work to make things better. It'd be that part for me, like, especially as the eldest children. We're gonna get into that because I'm the eldest on both sides. So I can empathize. I understand. I really do. Roll call, where my people at? Bring them out, bring them out. Come on over, come on over. What's going on? Hey, Sasha. Hey, Rose. Hey, Cream of Wheat. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Aloe MUA. Well, you do only have them in our face. Well, girl, I mean, they here. I be seeing other people, and they titties be out all the time. Tasha K titties be out all the time, and I don't see anybody focusing on them. It's because we got different type of boobs. Is it giving mine is presenting a different type of way? Because she always got her things out, and I don't hear anybody say anything. I see a bunch of other content creators up here that be letting, and nobody don't say nothing. It's just because I'm me. Okay, yes. What's up, Vivian? You want tacos? Yes. A baby? Yes, girl. Hey, access to Rome. What's up, Cynthia Tademi? How I'm doing today? I'm doing good. I don't have any complaints. If I do, ain't nobody gonna listen, but y'all would. That's why I love y'all. That's why we here. What's up, CR991? Hey, Norris Tony. Jasmine, Ash. Stars above. What's up, baby? Abundant one. Yes, Mia in the building. Al. Thanks, boo. Hey, Mel. Mine's look better. That yeah, because access to them, because they be out. There's giving cleavage all the time, and I just don't understand. I don't hear nobody talking about Tasha K boobs on the internet, and every time you see her, sis be having on a crop top, sis be having belly shirts on, poom shirts, and I don't hear nobody talking about. And I just be thinking about it like, that's real ironic. Anyways, moving right along, we gonna head on over to these Instagram streets. So I'm just gonna play the audio because y'all already know we ain't trying to get no copyright over here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, Ebony Eyes, what's up, baby? Okay, so we all know this was like a whole scandal. We thought that Jess didn't get the spot because it seemed like she announced too prematurely, but they all did it as a ploy. Y'all know everything is a click in the view. Everybody's staging the coup. Everybody's trying to, get everybody talking. So they did what they needed to do, and then boom, a month or so later, they announced that she is the official co-host. This literally happened less than like a month ago, y'all. Like, come on. We just started the new year. And now look at the headlines. Congrats, Jess reveals she's pregnant. Girl, what is you doing? What is happening? Now let's hide that because I ain't got time. I ain't got no time for no copyrights. I ain't got no time. Wait, speaking of, hold up. Give me a second. Because I didn't even, we got to turn the monetization on. I'm playing myself. Hold up. Give me a second, y'all. How's everybody doing? Y'all eating tacos tonight? What y'all doing? Are you a burrito, a taco, or a quesadilla girly? What y'all like? I like burritos. I love burritos from Chipotle. Everybody else will be getting a bowl, but I always get a burrito. And then I'll get like chips on the side and dip the chip in the burrito. I know, it sounds very, very gluttonous, but I don't give a damn. But when I go to Bubba Cool's, I like the tacos from there because the tacos are really good. And when I make Mexican food, I like to make quesadillas. So it's like I like burritos from Chipotle, I like tacos from Bubba Cool's, but when I personally make it, I like to make either tostadas because I have like the crunchy disc. It's so good. Like, and and I'll just put the meat in the toppings or whatever. I like that. But when I make it, I like to make quesadillas. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. Burritos from Chipotle is good. Yeah. I'm addicted. My brother was like, "Does Chipotle have a point system?" Because I'll be going there all the time. I'm like, no, but they should, because I surely got I've signed up for Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, and I be getting perks, y'all, because that's where I'll be going. All right. Okay. Enough about Taco Tuesday. Let's play this. So shouts out to the Shade Room. Although we can only hear the audio, it says, "Congrats, Jess Hilarious. She reveals she's pregnant. And this is also her 32nd birthday. And this is why her baby daddy called in to tell her happy birthday." I wish I could play it so y'all could see Jess Hilarious' face, because her face did not look like she wanted him to reveal and spill that tea. Like, I feel like she knew he was going to call and say happy birthday, but it don't seem like sis knew he was going to say she pregnant.
Jess, we got somebody on the line for you.
Hello.
Hello. Hey baby, it's your man. I wanted to call and say happy birthday.
Thank you.
I know it's a special day for you. I can't wait to see you. I'm so proud of you. I love that you're standing divine all the time.
Oh, this Chris.
And
This
you're
Chris.
such an amazing woman. I can't wait to see you later. And then I'm so excited for our little bundle of joy as well, baby.
Little bundle of what?
Little what? Little bundle of joy.
You pregnant? We don't gotta act clueless now. Yay! Jess Hilarious is pregnant.
Yes, she's pregnant.
Hey, Chris, congratulations, my brother.
I definitely appreciate it.
Congratulations, my brother. Jess Hilarious is pregnant.
That's right.
Yes.
Prego. Yes, I am.
How many
I
months?
Am pregnant.
Can we ask?
Yes, I am 3 months. So I'm 13 weeks, y'all.
13 weeks.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, baby.
Congrats.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Chris, you know what would be an amazing Valentine's Day gift? What?
Let me know.
An engagement ring.
What's
wrong with you? Shut up. An engagement ring would be an amazing Valentine's gift, Chris.
You don't know what that man's
doing. Yeah, don't worry.
All right, Jess, we got somebody on the line for you.
Hello.
Did y'all hear how she was like, I knew that. I personally feel like she knew he was going to call in, but she did not know that he was going to say that she was pregnant. I don't think that she knew that. I don't. I mean, the Breakfast Club, clearly they knew, because they was like, "Oh, all right, we don't got to act like we surprised, but congratulations, yay." My whole thing is this, right? Some people could say that babies are a blessing from God, which some of us do, feel that way. I do think that babies are a bundle of joy. They're so cute, and, they can be an amazing addition to your family if you want to grow a family. But she just got that job, y'all. And Storm and I was talking about this earlier, and I'm like, she just got this job. Like, I personally feel like she could have waited at least 1 year, you know what I mean, to get settled and to get her foot in. And Storm was like, yeah, because then she's going to be moody. And, we're just talking about the basic pregnancy symptoms that you experience. So, your hormones change, your cravings kick up. You have sometimes people who have to vomit a lot in the morning. You have morning sickness, and you're literally doing a Breakfast Club show. So why would you a lot of women are plagued with morning sickness. How could she even sit through her segment? She may need to get up and frequently use the bathroom because your urine, you be having to pee a lot. It's just a lot going on. And I'm like, okay, you're just now getting started, right? And granted, she has money. And I was also telling Slim this. I was like, well, one of the biggest plights that motherhood comes with is mostly financial burdens. And this is another reason why people tend to urge women to get married and, you know, have the family home front because, well, these days, but hopefully one would hope that you would marry someone that could help you with the finances. And a lot of single mothers, you know, it's a burden because they can't afford to successfully financially rear a child on their own. Hence why these men be crying about spending $45 a week on child support. And I'm just like, you know, now she has this huge platform. She's never had a platform like this before where it's constant like that. It has benefits. Like she's really going to be able to branch off into other things and maybe go on other shows and do other panels and make appearances. And it's like, how are you going to do all of these things when you're like super pregnant? You know, like, I don't know. I just think that she probably should have just waited at least 1 year. That's what I think. And it just seems like just 3 months ago she was saying that she got the job. So you mean to tell me he shot her club up, help. As soon as he knew she secured a bigger bag, and he don't make as much money as her. Let's go to her Instagram so we could get a look at what this guy looks like. And then, you know, it's we just got to keep it real. She does have another son. I believe her son, he's probably a little less than 13. He's no older than 13. But her new baby daddy is a Latino, and a lot of women are colorists. So she's probably praying that she's could have her like a little mixie, that this is her girl child that she bears with this man. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I done heard women say that. I have women in my family that said, "Oh, you want to have your daughter by, you know, a mixie guy, and you can have your son by a black guy." I've had family members say that to me. I don't sit up here and lie to y'all about this stuff. People very much be caring about who they have their kids with and what they look like aesthetics wise. Now let's see if we can find him. Okay, here you go. So there you go, y'all. Y'all see him? Yep, a lot of people are really colorist, and it be darker complected women too. That be like, oh, I want to have a lighter skinned baby. Oh, I want to have his baby because he got good hair. Oh, I like his complexion. Oh, he mad cute. So I want to have his baby. He looks homeless. He probably was. And then, you know, some people in the comment sections were saying, oh, she would have been better off having a baby with Country Wayne because at least Country Wayne got some money. But Country Wayne already got about 10 or 11 kids. That's a lot of ways to have to split a check. I'm sorry. I just think that she should have established herself, you know, first. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't have children yet. I'm going to have at least one child. I'm too controlling. Like, I ain't just gonna let anybody try to trap me like that. Y'all already know. Y'all ever heard my song Toxic? They gotta be like, niggas trying to trap you is crazy. That's literally a part of the hook in my song because men definitely be trying to trap you. I done been tried before, and I said, we're not about to do that. Okay? We're not about to do it. So men absolutely will trap you. They see your potential. They want to be attached to you. Storm says this all the time too. It does not necessarily mean that they want to marry you or even have a family with you. A baby is a much larger commitment than having a husband or a ring. Then I do see a lot of people who, like Charlamagne said, why you ain't give her a ring? I do feel like, you know, yes, having a marriage does not guarantee that you won't be a married single mother. It does not guarantee that your baby daddy gonna do right by you or take care of your kids or help you out or even financially provide. It don't guarantee any of that. I just think, you know, optic wise, it's better and it gives you more benefits, I'm guessing. I don't know. What's the benefits of getting married? because I feel like men benefit more from marriage than women. That's my personal opinion. And this is based off of what I've seen and what I've heard and what I be witnessing online, y'all, child. Because let me tell y'all, men benefit more. They would like to think, I gotta adjust my hold up, y'all. I'm still here, we still talking. But they would like to pretend like women benefit more. But I honestly, I feel like men benefit more from marriage. Like you get someone to do domestic labor free of charge. You get in-house coochie. You get somebody to bear your children and raise your children and rear your children. You know, like you have somebody that's helping you out. A lot of times women be assistants to their men, helping them to build their businesses, you know, taking care of everything on the home front. So a man don't got to worry about nothing outside of making money. And lots of times women are also making money. Like we're not in a day and age where women are just homemakers like that and stay-at-home moms. And I wish everybody would stop capping and lying like a Persian rug on the internet. Like women is just up here staying at home. Like it's a farce. It's a farce. The average woman of today works and she does all of the domestic work and child rearing. And I just wish that people would keep it real. However, you know, I believe that marriage is more for team building. You know, if you want to build an empire with someone, if you're building a brand together, if you're working together. And I just honestly like the baby mama trope, the baby mama stereotype, like I feel like we could do better. So if you're gonna have his baby, why not just get married? Why not just get married if you're gonna have his baby anyway? Like y'all already doing a lifelong commitment. Get married to this man. He gonna do you dirty anyways. Treat you like a dog walk you. And just, I mean, do it and be your wife. Like, well, why not? Why not? Why not do it and be a wife? Like, why are we just settling for being baby mama the fuck out? You know? And then if you make better choices and good decisions, then you are hypergamous and you're going to marry up, not down. But a lot of us tend to marry down because in our community, we're financially, a lot of us are doing better. We just got to call it what it is. If you marry it up, then you could, if things go wrong, you know, you could get you some alimony coupled with child support. See, the girls that don't look like us, they get it right. They marry up, they get a divorce, they not crying in no goddamn putt. They gonna be crying in a Rolls Royce. You cheating on me with everybody over, you're gonna pay me for every year I was here. Look at what Jeannie is doing to Jeezy. They ain't been married for more than 24 hours. We got to be careful because a man will trap you. Absolutely, absolutely. With a straight face. And really don't have no intention for you. And men that have a lot of baby mothers all over the place, they do it because they want to have options. Something happened, they down on their luck, they know they could go to one of their baby mamas. This baby mama ain't available, I could go over here to this baby mama. It really be like that. Men be having a harem on the low. And we just allow it. Sometimes women do it too. Women be out here with multiple baby daddies because Jess already got one kid, so this gonna be her second baby daddy. And that's my whole thing too. Like, if you want to have multiple kids, like, why not get married? Like, what's the problem with it? Although men do control marriage, but don't date a man that's not marriage minded and like legit give him your womb. We gotta do better. I'm sorry. Cause just like, I mean, you know, some of us already made decisions and everybody is doing the best that they can with what they got. Doing the best I can with what I got. But for the most part, we could do better. We could do better. Gatekeep your womb, sis. Gatekeep your motherfucking womb. Gatekeep your purse. Because men is setting women up as a mark. You are a mark if you out here bragging about how much money you got. And I don't care. I'd rather a man think I was broke, busted, and disgusted rather than somebody whose purse he could dig his hands deep up in. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I hung out with one of my homegirls and she was bragging and I was proud of her. I was happy for her. I'm like, yes, bitch, get it. But we in front of a whole grown ass man, and you know how much you making a year and all of this. And then we went out to eat, and guess what? He didn't take his wallet out. He didn't even touch his motherfucking debit card because she kept bragging about having money. You see, girl, you better control that perception of you. I don't give a fuck if I got $20,000 sitting right in front of me. I'm gonna act like it ain't even there. He didn't even touch his wallet. And then I was like telling her to put her wallet away. And we all kind of got into it. I'm like, and she was the one before we even went to hang out, before I met up with her and this guy. Oh, he's going to get us drinks. Oh, he's going to buy us some food, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Then when we get there, you the only one pulling out your wallet after we was just talking about you and about how much money you make and all of this and all of that. Like, girl, you set yourself up to be a mark. It's very masculine to lead with your wallet as a woman. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I believe in gender roles, misogyny, patriarchy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Prostitution. I don't give a damn. I'm not readily and willingly pulling out my wallet every time I'm around a man. I just don't. I'm not about to be saying, oh, I got this amount of money in my bank account. I got this. But no, I'm not competing with a man financially. It's very ghetto and it's very tacky, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it because look what happened. That man sat there and did not pull out his wallet. And I was like, I kept telling her to put her shit away. And she just chuckled it off. After she was the one telling me, oh, he gonna pay for this, he gonna do this. And I'm just looking around like, is this the Twilight Zone? Be the main one talking about, oh, why? Oh, you need to get this man to do this and you need to do that. But be paying like she weighing. And I just don't understand it, girl. It's giving masculine. It's giving manly. It's giving Krishan Rock. I don't give a damn. A coochie is shaped like a motherfucking purse, bitch. Now, this is not me to say that I've never taken a man out to dinner for a special occasion or his birthday or bought a round of drinks. I will not sit up here in line and say that I have not. However, you gotta go first. You gotta play your cards first. I gotta see how you move first. I will never. And don't you ever lead with your wallet when it comes to a man. Speaking of wallets and men and going and it, Monique and her daddy done pissed me off. I just cannot. I cannot. Shane or Monique and her daddy that she paying. Bring back your arms to the front. Why I gotta bring my arms back to the front? Don't tell me what to do. Y'all know I don't like when people tell me what to do. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. Now I'm gonna stay like this the whole show. Now I'm gonna stay like this the whole show. You don't tell me what to do on my platform. So Monique's son came out and talked about his mom and how she was a trash mother and how he did not appreciate her going on Club Shay Shay and basically saying, I'm going to leave it up to the universe because, you know, I apologize and I did my part and my son and, you know, I'm going to just leave it up and I just really want to amend our relationship and I've just been trying real bad to make things right and lying like a Persian rug. That lady don't give a damn about the kids that she had outside of her daddy, and this is very sad. And this is tried and true. A lot of mothers do this with their firstborn. They discard their firstborns. Their firstborns be their test dummies, their crash dummies, built-in babysitters. Got to go through the gauntlet. Got to get it out the mud with the parent. Get a Delta 5. Forced to help to take care of a household. I'm the eldest of 8. My father got a gang of kids. My mother got 2 other kids. And I'm the eldest on both sides. So I know what I'm talking about. The youngers get treated like they... And then the older ones, you just get told to get over it. They act like you delusional. Well, you was clothed. Well, you had sneakers. You had every Jordan. You had Guess and Nike and whatever it is that you want. That's not, kids don't give a damn about that when it comes to being raised. I mean, material things matter, but not as much as your parent actually being there for you. And the deep-seated feeling of neglect and abandonment, it really does manifest itself in your adult life. And I know, because I can relate to that. I have an avoidant attachment romantic personality style because of how I grew up. I have commitment issues because of how I grew up. I have a fear of vulnerability because of how I grew up. Like, all of the things that I'm working through though, because I feel like now, like, I'm in a way better state than I used to be as far as like relationships go, like specifically, particularly with men. Because I just couldn't do it. I felt like I didn't know how to show up in a relationship. I didn't know how to be. Like, I was just weird. Like, I don't know how to. I just didn't know how to do it because I never saw it. Like, I've never seen what it looked like. Heal. I am healing. I haven't been in therapy. I'm just talking. So let me more of this of what I'm saying to you guys is not my current reality. These are things that I have unpacked in therapy and things that I have learned about myself with doing the work and being introspective and getting counsel. And I've the fact that I've not been in, like, I'm telling y'all too much of my motherfucking business, and y'all not paying me for this. Anyways, let's get into Monique.
I am Shalon. I am a stand-up comedian, Monique's oldest son. I guess I felt the need to make this video to just provide some context into this false narrative about her praying to the universe in order to reconcile our relationship or whatever the hell it is. I wrote it all down so that way I don't go all over the place and get emotional or anything like that. So I'm gonna talk like I'm reading a script, but it's just gonna help me kind of stay together. But to address the Club Shay Shay interview that she did where she states that she prays to the universe in regards to reconciling our relationship, as I stated, is odd. My mother and I both know that that is a very false narrative, and I would like to free her of having to continue telling that lie. Faith without work is dead, and neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate, as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us has had the desire to reach out to the other in a very long time, and I don't think that either of us anticipates that feeling ever returning. Speaking with my mother directly, in my experience, will either lead to some odd newfound moment of clarity in regards to how she was as my mother, or she retreats back to daddy to move forward with a conversation. And I'm tired of hearing my mother's truths. Newsflash, I'm not sure if people know, but standing in your truth doesn't make you noble. I'm not sure if people are aware of it. But responding this way, I feel as though it allows me to say my piece uninterrupted. To those wondering, well, why say something now? Call it a form of therapy for me, I suppose. But when her daddy had intentionally stated that they have 3 sons, but his wife is on the internet talking about the 4th son in a video that has millions of views, that rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, to inform a child that you are not interested in being a mother at a time when that kid is the only kid that has the potential to lead a child to believe that you are not interested in them specifically. But to take it a step further, you also admit, my mother had also admitted me that she did the best job that she could do, which would also make one begin to question, all of your past decisions and prior emotional interactions. But to be completely honest and fair, those were things that I was willing to get over. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. but my mother showed a clear lack of humility, compassion, and consideration when taking any level of accountability for those things. My mother does a fantastic job of acknowledging a lot of things, but she doesn't take accountability very well, and anything that she may take true accountability for, it's only at her convenience, in my experience. But if I had to guess, though, her interest in being a mother probably started around the time that she married her daddy and had his children. But that interest, obviously seemed one-sided, and as it should have been. By that time, I'm in my late teens, so to some degree, the the neglect becomes easier to hide or validate, I guess you could say. There are now 2 baby boys in the house, that require attention. But still, during that time, however, I still watched her enjoy the love and admiration of total strangers more than my own. To this very day, my mother has never expressed to me when, if ever, she became interested in me as her son. That did lead me down a path of questioning my self-worth and struggling to understand the value of a mother in a child's life. In the interview, she also states that she gave me an apology, but an apology to a son from a mother that consciously showed no interest in him holds no weight. There are still women to this day that my mother will give credit to for being more of a mother to me than she ever could. Her assistant, my cousin, being one of them. Every time, though, that my mother would state that she was right here whenever I was ready, that ideology still blows my mind today, that a person could openly admit to being an uninterested, not put my best foot forward type of parent and be so self-centered that they still express to the kid, you have to come to me when you're ready. You got to come to me for us to make this.
So I'm going to interject a little bit. This made me cringe so bad when he was referring to his stepfather as his mother's daddy. Like, that sounds so crazy. Like, I feel like, okay, I get it, you calling your man daddy in the room during time. I guess that's also still a little, like, awkward. But calling him, referring to your stepdad as your mother's daddy, it really feels like pimp hole culture. And it also brings me back to the fact that it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. That's so weird. And then also, like, him saying, oh, well, it's this thing, it's this narrative that I have to go to my mother. Parents often do this. They feel like their children owe them something or is obligated to try to build a relationship. And it's like, no, you had me. I did not ask to be here. I didn't ask for you to get your club shot up and have a baby and go through and carry the full term. This is a decision that you made. Like, I don't understand that for the life of me. Because my grandmother used to say stuff like that. Like, oh, well, that's your mother. You're supposed to go to her. The child is supposed to go to the mother. Like, how? When you as a parent are solely responsible for your child. Until your child is married, if something happens, you're going to get the phone call. Why is it that the burden of building and maintaining a relationship as adult children is always somehow solely resting on the back of the child? The phone works both ways. Like, that always, like, just once again absolving the parent of having to show up and be an actual parent.
That's right. Okay. But I'm not sure what my mother could possibly think that she has shown me in the past or have for me now that's not money. Goodness gracious.
Notice how he said that's not money, because they just automatically assume, and this goes back to what I said early on. Oh, well, I clothed you, I fed you, I made sure you had your school supplies. Like, ma'am, that's the bare minimum. That's called being a parent. You're supposed to do those things. You don't get a fucking star for making sure your kid is not outside without a fucking coat or without the proper shoes for the winter time. That you don't get a star for that. That is called taking care of your kid.
that would make me want to come to her, or whatever those feelings were supposed to be. A mother is supposed to be the first woman that a boy falls in love with. I loved my mother very much, but my mother loved things more than she loved me, and she would validate her love for me by giving me things, and would proceed to call me ungrateful or inconsiderate if said things did not have the desired effect. I couldn't imagine what it's like to be her, though.
And I say this all the time as well to you guys when we talk about this. Like, the love language of a child is quality time and care and nurturing and love and compassion. It's not gift giving. Children universally have the same love language, and it is quality time. Quality time. Spending time with your kids is what makes up their childhood. That's what the memories come from of your childhood. It's the things that you did. Yeah, some material things may come into play, but for the most part, it's my mom took me to an amusement park. My dad took me to the circus. I remember when we would go and get ice cream, a frozen yogurt at this place down the street. You get the nostalgia and all of that because of experiences, not necessarily material things. And this is where parents get it jacked up. And this is why, me personally, I knew that I wanted to live this type of lifestyle. I wanted to be free. I wanted to get up and go out whenever I felt like it. I wanted to be creative, and I've always been a creative hustler. I've done so many dope things. And if I had a kid, would I be like Erica Mena? How her son allegedly hates her because she's no quality time? Would I have been like Monique, chasing the bag? Because if I had a kid, I'm sure I would have been going way harder. But however, like, kids want your time and attention and affection. They don't a big house, all of that. Like, why you think King, T.I.'s son, Zanique, all they do is cry about the fact that the parents was not there. The parents was not around. The grandmothers and the aunties and everybody else had to come and raise the kids because the parents was just on a grind. Yes, it is admirable to be able to amass a certain amount of wealth and fame and notoriety and to be able to take care of your whole family, but at what cost? And a lot of people don't even give a damn about trying to master balance when it comes to parenting. And it happens in the hood too. Well, I had to work. I had to provide. Yeah, you had to work, but ma'am, nobody told you to have multiple kids, like making the other kids watch the other kids, sending the kids off to everybody else. Why would you do that? A lot of mothers don't want to be mothers, and the children suffer. And this is why I have yet to have a kid. And everybody be saying, I'm selfish, I'm this, and don't no man want me. Bitch, Jackie works, okay? Jackie works, all right? However, I don't want to bleed all over no fucking kid. Like, I could not imagine having a baby and being so consumed and so as self-absorbed as I have been, and just dropping my kid off. Like, I couldn't. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. And I understand you have to work. This is not a knock to mothers that have to go to work. You don't have a choice. I get that. However, you don't make no time for your kids. You just let the kids raise themselves. Everybody just got an iPad. These people, they don't do nothing with their kids. They don't take their kids to a museum, a park, or nothing. They just got the kids in the house running around with a crazy diaper. It's just
to ask God for what you want, and then he gives you what you need, though, only for you to ignore it and have the audacity to ask God for something else. And I'm glad I didn't do that. When he told you no, you went to the universe instead. By no means, though, do I want to give off any type of an impression that I am a victim of anything. That is not the case. As you can see, I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm a dad. I'm healthy, I think. I drink a lot of water. I'm getting over a cold now. I still have my days just like everybody else. And, there were a few things that she did teach me along the way. I did learn how not to love from my mother. I also learned to make sure that I never lose so much of who I am that I have to validate it through another person.
Oh, she brought me to my daddy.
And though I feel as though, in hindsight, I think she did it reluctantly. I do appreciate my mother, for showing me what the top of the mountain looks like. You know what I'm saying? It did give me perspective on what hard work and dedication can get you, but I don't want something like that at the cost of giving up something that I created. I don't want it that bad. And speaking of creations, I genuinely, truly, I really did want my mother to have a relationship with my daughter. I even fought through those intrusive thoughts that were, if she wasn't interested in you, what makes you think she's going to be interested in your kid? But it took my mother no time at all to prove that those intrusive thoughts were correct. But what I can say, good for her, the universe did, bless her with 3 other sons, and God willing, I'm sure that all 3 of them are adults now. So I'm sure that one of them, God willing, if not all 3 of them, will make her the grandmother that she wants to be. I still look forward, to that moment for her. But overall, when it comes to the boys, though, I am happy that whenever they do hear me talk, sorry, my phone did something weird, but whenever they hear me talk, they don't know what it is. They can't relate to what it is that I'm saying. My experience with my mother is not their experience with our mother. So my prayer for her and them is that they continue to see her the way that they see her now. I do also want to make sure that I say thank you to my mother for giving me life. Without that moment in time, I wouldn't have had my little one. But outside of that moment, there isn't anything that either of us has to offer the other. In my opinion, it's a waste of God's time and the universe's time for praying for something that you were not willing to put forth any effort to obtain. Putting the work into becoming Monique is more important to my mother than being my mother. And I do not believe that it was never about her being there and waiting for me, but it was supposed to be about me being there and waiting for her. My mother's value had reached such a low point in my life that I no longer found it necessary to either want to wait for her or even go to her. But like I said, man, I'm super grateful that she has the opportunity to do it all over again. I'm happy for her. I hope the Cat Williams tour goes well, but the narrative that she prays for us to reconcile is a false narrative. It's not real, and I'd appreciate it if she stopped saying stuff like that. Hi.
Damn, that's deep. That's deep as hell. So now let's hear what Monique and her daddy had to say. Wait, let me refresh this. I feel like Bambino called up a hairball. Bambino! He must be because he didn't just come running. All right. Watch this part first. Now, this is the most bizarro thing that I've seen all month. This is the most bizarro thing that I've seen all month. Like, is y'all hitting the like button? Hold up. Is y'all paying my entry fee? Because where we at? Is y'all paying my entry fee? Hello. Is y'all hitting the like button? We need to have at least 20 more likes so we could continue. At least 20 more likes. 20 more likes so we can finish. $20 more likes so we can finish the show. Everybody up in here right now that's watching, hit the like button. Okay, we went up a little bit. We need 10 more likes so we can finish. Hit the like button, bitch. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, bitch. Hit the like button. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Hit the like button, bitch. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, bitch. Hit the like button. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. Hit it, 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 hit it. Oh yeah, hit it, hit it. All right, 10 more. Hit the like button, bitch. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You hit the you. Pay my entry fee. Pay my entry fee. You pay the entry fee. You pay the entry fee. I'm talking to you. Hit it. Hit it. All right, we're doing a little better. We can do a little better. Hit the like button. You paid. That's what I'm talking about, Miss B Goddess. Your neighbors are like, what's a like button? Okay, we're doing a little better. All right.
With your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying: believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear. Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this: those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
Your children. Raise their children up to being adults.
Right on. Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things. The reason why it was so important for us to entertain these conversations that we typically have privately, or that we're influenced to have privately amongst the people in our community, is because we need to stop being embarrassed about being human beings and about being Black human beings. You will oftentimes hear,
Sir, what are you talking about? What does being Black got to do with the price of tea in China?
saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things, that is the slave's mentality. That makes us believe that we as Black people need to conduct ourselves with dignity because white people are watching. You should conduct yourself with dignity because the spirit of you is watching.
Come on.
But we need to have these conversations out loud and taboo because we have a finite period of time together here on this earth. You will travel through infinity with the spirit that you have all alone, and you will not remember the ridicule that you receive, but you will be judging yourself. You will be determining for the rest of your life which way that you go, as you have thus far. So this conversation is about speaking directly to what situations are. And many people oftentimes, when they are presented with an issue, they stay quiet, they hide, they disappear. And what we're saying is that's not who we are, because what you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, but what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time. I forgot to have my phone to read the last text message that I gave to you, Shalon, where I told you about the understanding of how you are speaking to a woman and how you as a man and how you perceive things may be completely different from how your wife, how your mother, how your sister, how your daughter will look at things. And when you learn how to communicate a little bit better, then things happen a little bit.
First of all, that man, Shalon, communicated way more effectively than you, Daddy, in this goddamn whatever this is. Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I honestly feel like you're talking about UFOs and goddamn fairies. Because what? What does this have to do? What is going on? Yeah. I cannot stand a narcissistic man because they will talk you in a circle and you don't even know what the hell is going on.
Because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness.
Then he got the nerve to come up here and say he mentally ill. This is so disrespectful. And she sitting up there like, come on, yup, preach, yup, come on, yup, daddy, yup, talk about it, daddy. Girl, you let him call your son mentally ill. What is going on? Not him. Not he up here calling the son mentally challenged, y'all. What is it? What is it giving? What is it giving? And she just sit there looking stupid as all outdoors.
So we're communicating that out loud to speak to our community, to say, listen, y'all, if we have more public conversations, there will be less private angst.
Come on.
There will be less private issues.
All right, Daddy. I cannot, Daddy. Let's go to the next clip.
Come on.
Don't be that.
I'm sorry to be chuckling. When I hear you, when I hear my son, when I hear you, Shalon, talk about money and stuff.
See, now this is being passive aggressive. She's trying to throw in a jab, and she said, when I hear you talk about money, she didn't give specifics. She did that so that she could paint the narrative that this is all about money and that it's a money grab. And because she's the successful one, she's trying to paint it out to make it seem like she's having discord and her son has issues with her because of money. You see how she tried to line that up? When the son literally just said it's not about money. It's about you being neglectful as a mother and now a grandmother because you don't even have a relationship with his daughter. This is crazy.
It's like, baby, as I told you when you were younger, I told you as a man, don't let nobody introduce you to me. You know who your mama is.
And when folks speak in reference to calling your seed, sometimes, especially when your seed decided to call things off with you.
Is he referring to her son as her seed? What is going on? What in the Dungeons and Dragons?
Because you didn't move for a 34-year-old, 32-year-old man in the time that he wanted to do, because you as a mother, you as an entertainer, you as an actress, you as a grandmother, you as a wife, allotted the time to see him, but he pushed you away. But then when it's time for him and it doesn't work for you, now it's a problem. Listen.
Yeah, and the way that you just worded that is very manipulative. And I feel like if it doesn't work, it's because the son has always been pushed on a back burner and has never been a main priority in his mother's life. So now that he's an adult, he's probably working to set boundaries. To whereas I'm not just going to show up whenever you have time. No, make time for me. Carve out time for me. We all make time for things that we want to make time for. I don't care if a person got 22 jobs. I don't care if a man got a wife and 10 kids. He gonna find a way to stretch that 24 hours to see that side piece. If you love somebody and you want to see them, you're gonna find the time. It does not matter. Carve out time, prioritize me. This is what her son wants. It cannot, and he's always had to go on her time because she's like this whole superstar mother, neglectful. So he was probably just so like thirsty to get any of her time when he was younger that he didn't realize that she literally was breadcrumbing him and not giving him what he actually needed and deserved as being her kid. So now that we're all adults, bitch, I'm about to set some boundaries with that ass. And your parent, they don't like when you set boundaries because you can't son me no more because I'm not a little kid. I pay my own bills. I pay my own rent. I'm not a child. I'm no longer underneath your rule of thumb. You don't have the same type of authority over me. So I think a lot of adults in our lives have an issue with recognizing us and respecting us as adults once we grow, and especially once we start to set boundaries. Because parents and family will disrespect you, they will disregard you, and they will mistreat you, they will use you and abuse you and discard you. And you don't really have much of a say because you're the child in the situation. So you allow people to take advantage of you. They take advantage of your kindness. It's just a lot that goes on in families with children and the younger generations that's under you. And when you grow up and you say, hey, I'm not on for this anymore. If you don't respect me, then we won't have a relationship. And people don't even understand. They can't begin to grasp the fact that they are the reason why the relationships are faulty. It's because you were never the stand-up mother that he needed. So you actually got to earn that. And this is what a lot of parents be like, oh, just because you got kids, they're going to take care of you when you get old. They're going to wipe your ass and not have you in the nursing home. Bitch, bye. Because you have to cultivate those types of relationships with your children to where they even love you. Just because you're blood does not mean that you have a good, sound relationship. You gotta really, like, relationships are earned. Trust is built. You gotta keep those bridges sturdy when the kids grow up, because bitch, I don't need you. I got to talk to you. I could go out and create my own family. You be a figment of my motherfucking imagination.
It comes a point in time where when you become a man, when you become a woman, it is your obligation to do for you. To do for you. At 31, brother, 32.
Sir, you need to shut the hell up. Shut. Talk about some You is on her payroll, sir. Where is your career without your wife, sir? Didn't Monique get her fucking ass up on Club Shay Shay and say that she accepted a check from Kevin Hart because y'all ain't have no money? Y'all both grown, but you got a check. You got a handout at your big grown ass age. You got you a handout at your big age. Allowed your wife to get a handout from another man at your big age. But yeah, you gonna sit up here and try to make age a reference point as to why a mother probably couldn't help her son out financially? It be the pot calling the kettle black for me. I'm about to throw this goddamn piece of sage.
I'm sitting there on a conversation at the behest of your mother. Why? For you, because I love my nephew, and we still love you, Shalom. That's why your mother and your
the fact that this man is calling him the nephew and she calling him the daddy. What in the insect? Y'all, this is taking me out of town.
father interact with one another to let them be aware of what's happening with you. So if you think you're not loved, that's because you're not paying attention. And there are other dynamics that fall into play in which we completely understand. And for you too, we're going to keep the light on for you. But I find it extremely ironic that the last time you saw me, you wanted to be able to call me dad. And I couldn't allow you to call me dad because there's only one dad in your life. And he's a friend of ours.
Come on.
He's a friend of ours. So
come on.
Don't be that.
I'm sorry to be chocolate. When I hear my son.
This is terrible. The gaslighting, how dismissive they are, how they're continuously invalidating this man's experience. And this is what he was talking about when he said, yes, she will apologize, but there's no accountability taken. This is a prime example of an empty apology. Oh, I'm just saying sorry just so you can shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my face. Performative apologies, so to speak. If she really was apologetic and she really did want to cultivate a relationship with her son, she would never allow her daddy to get up here and talk about her son in this way and call him mentally ill and make it seem as if he's just trying to use her for money, as if her daddy is not literally, as if she ain't her daddy's bread and butter and meal ticket. Hello, talk about it. Monique, you are disgraceful for this. You are. And this is a prime example of a woman centering men. And this is why I get my beautiful mocha complected ass up here and I tell y'all to decenter men, because a man will have you turn on your own children. At the end of the day, if Monique was not Monique and she lost it all today, I'm sure she probably will be able to pull up to her son's house and sleep on her granddaughter's bed for however long she needed. But daddy would be out the door, on to the next, trying to catch another lick, because that's all she is. She's a mark. Like, this is disgusting. Why is he sitting up here talking this whole time? Now I understand why people would say that the husband is probably who's difficult to work with, not Monique necessarily per se, but it's like, where is your self-esteem? She has centered this man so much that she literally just abandoned her child. It's disgusting. And this is what women do, especially when they have an eldest child and they get with another man and they create other kids with this other man. They act like the other eldest is outcast and ostracized and usually feel abandoned and don't feel like they belong. And they suffer. And if he does have mental illness, it's because of how Monique was not a mother to him. If Monique experienced essay in her family, if she left her son with her family, could you imagine what he may have gone through? Do we even think about that? Is that even a conversation that you guys have had amongst yourself, you and your fucking daddy? And when people resent you and you are super successful, they take it out on your kids. That's another thing that it seems to go over people's heads. Successful people's kids get preyed on. That's why I'm going to have cameras every goddamn way. My kid going to have a GoPro attached to her if she going to go to, and I don't care who they going to. I need to see. Ouch, bitch.
When I hear you, Shalon, talk about money.
Now, why do you got your son? Why do you have your husband referring to your son as his nephew? I wouldn't care if you knew him beforehand. That is very weird and very odd. And it makes me think about the abuse that Monique experienced at the hand of her brother. Is that why she's okay with her husband calling her son his nephew? Or am I thinking too deep into things? I don't know, because I just the wheels is turning and I'm like, what is this? Why is she calling this man daddy so bad? Like, and why is she allowing him to call her son his nephew? Could you imagine how that feels? Like, all of these other kids that you had with this man, y'all are family, those are his sons, but I'm his nephew. You automatically drive a wedge. You automatically make me feel like I don't belong. She needs to be ashamed of herself. And for her to sit up here and allow this man to go on a rant and not even really interject, why would you even allow him to respond to your son? That's your son. He don't even claim him. That's his nephew. That's your son. He came from your womb. How could you be that detached? It's because that's not daddy's son.
There's some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be.
Hell yeah. and I'm one of them.
You're ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid. And he knows.
That's terrible. When you marry someone and you have children, those inherently, that just becomes his kids too. I experienced this. I did. Not this bad, but I experienced this. And at some point, we gonna get more in depth, but I'm not about to do that right now. I gave y'all a little bit in the beginning, but I experienced this. And I would never, as a woman, have a man come into my life and put him, pedestalize this center above my children. I was already before him. And I would never allow a man to come into my life if I already have children and not claim the children as his. Legally, you don't have to adopt them, but you're going to help me parent my kids. I have kids. I'm a mother. You're not going to come in here and bear other children with me and treat my other kids like they're your kids. But then the one that's not yours, you want to discipline them, though, because this man right now is chastising her son. But that's not his son. Is y'all picking that up? Why the fuck is he comfortable enough to come out and say anything to this kid if it is not his son? It's convenient. They do this convenience little tango. Well, technically, I ain't your dad because you got a dad over here. So, bitch, mind your fucking business when it comes to anything concerning me. Well, hit Shalon. Why do you have anything to say? And how, as a woman and as a wife, would you allow a man to ostracize your fucking kid like that? It is disgusting.
Knows your daddy very well.
And love that brother. And the irony of all of this is not what is said, but what's left off.
Yes.
See, you're leaving off the fact that the last time we laid eyes on you, your mother got you everything you needed for the newborn baby about 3 years ago. You're forgetting about how I, from Georgia, am talking you through getting your car after we gave you the half the down payment for it, and you were 31 years of age, 32.
Shut the fuck up, constantly bringing up this man's age. This is not your place. I would assume I keep having to keep saying this because I don't need y'all coming up in my comment section with the bullshit. When I have a child, my child is going to be my fucking child until the day I leave this earth. And why is this man, first of all, that is Monique's money. Sir, you don't got shit without that woman sitting next to you. You is 2 steps away from a broke Dusty. When you have a child, that is your child until you leave this earth. When I have a child, a daughter, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me what I can and cannot do for my kid. Period. Because I bet when he is Sid and his funky ass needs something, he go into that joint account. Monique, daddy, what you need? Daddy, what you want? Daddy, I got it. But yet you sitting up here talking about her buying clothes for her grandchild 3 years ago. Are you kidding me? This is disgusting. Why does he even feel like he needs to even speak on this when that's not his kid? This is bizarro. I didn't even see this clip. This is really bizarro.
2 years of age at that point, and I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And
how old was y'all? 55 years old when y'all needed a handout from Kevin Hart? Oh, okay.
You have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference to your mother. You're not expressing the relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth.
Because y'all all are neglectful. So y'all all have something in common. He was neglected by every single last one of y'all.
Because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear. Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this. Those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
The children. Raise their children up to being adults. Right on.
Those who are parents that raise.
Well, that was the beginning part of that. This is just weird. That just really triggered me. That just really, really like. Please do center men. Please don't center men. Do not center men, especially men that you take care of. Don't do it. Because when you need somebody, you ain't going to be able to call on that man. You just not. This is just. All right, what y'all got to say then? I got to get up out of here. I need to eat. I think that's another reason why I'm kind of like, oh, I haven't had any food yet. Dang, it's already 9 o'clock. Shit. Well, it's all right. I'm not going to sleep for like 20 hours. So. Oh, it just triggered me. Never throw back in your kids' faces what you've done for them. Yeah. Sounds like all the son wanted was a decent relationship. Mm-hmm. Bingo, 3 parties, all playing equal parts in neglecting this young man. Mm-hmm. Yet the world has smoke for only the mother. That's why I don't have no kids. Yeah. Yes, facts. Even if that man, your husband, the stuff I could tell on the topic. Some mothers blame their kids for their relationship with a man not working out. Oh, mothers do it all the time. Men do it too. Men do it to mothers. They manipulate mothers and they gaslight mothers into believing that their children is the reason why they are fucking dog and don't do shit and don't take care of the household and can't show up and actually be a stand-up man. Some parents don't want unconditional love and respect. Some parents do want unconditional love and respect, but can't give it. Yep. It's given team them versus the son. Yep. Yes, they do, Sabrina. Yep. Y'all, I just don't respect this. Like, it's no way to flip this. I don't care what she said. Even if the son just want money, I give it to him. Give it to him. You had his childhood be a living hell. You made him feel like he wasn't shit and he was worthless. He probably needs a bunch of therapy. Probably is in therapy. We don't know. He said him coming out to talk was therapeutic. If you got it, give it to him. That's the least you could do. That's all you're good for at this point. Why not? And even if you're just giving it for your grandchild, you don't got to be giving it to him. You could just set up a little trust for your grandchild. Why not? You sacrifice being in your child's life. You sacrifice him having a good childhood. You sacrifice him being able to have relationships or having to work through a lot so that you can get to the bag. So you got to the bag. So share the wealth. And why do you have this man up here that's calling your son nephew? Which is so bizarre to me. Even having a say. Why is it his place to say something? That's weird. The manipulation is crazy. It gives me another reason to stay single. I was taught that when you do something from your heart, you don't talk about it. Momo is a big no-no. I wouldn't even go to that comedy tour with her on it, honestly. Right. Maybe I'll come back and we could do a call in like 2 hours. I need a couple hours to like, this triggered me, so I need to decompress. I didn't even expect for this show to be this long, but why is the bio dad not talking? I want to know what he has to say. I'm sure they'll probably recruit him and they'll all three be on a panel together talking about how the son is so ungrateful and all he wants is money and how he doesn't appreciate anything that anyone does for him. Like, give the money. If you have the money, if you're worth $13 million and you was a shitty ass mother, the least you could do is give your kids some money. I wouldn't even think twice. I would not even think twice. I would set my son up with a nice nest egg. I would. And saying sorry, like I was saying early on, is not enough. You have to couple that with behavior and change behavior, and you have to take action. You can't just say, I'm sorry, get over it. No, you have to show up. You have to prioritize. You have to respect boundaries. You got to carve out time. Sometimes you got to inconvenience yourself. You got to overextend yourself. You have to really be active and proactive in trying to rekindle and rebuild a relationship. You can't just say, I'm sorry, and think that everything is going to fall back into place. That's not how that works. That's not what he wants. She's been throwing money at him his whole life. He said he wants his mommy. Yeah. Bio dad, Mo, and daddy probably have 3 sons. Oh. She should have just dropped the bag the way Diddy dropped that 3 million. All right, I love y'all. Show up as her, be her. Show up as him, be him. Don't let nobody play in your face. Yes, we don't dwell over spilled milk. We don't dwell. But sometimes you have to delve into the past for reference points. And, you know, it actually shows you how far you've come and how much more work you actually do need to do. And I need to just say this because, you know, I have a great relationship with my parents now. It wasn't always the greatest. You know, people go through things, but we worked through, and it had to be mutual. It couldn't just be me, like, or else it would have never worked. So I do know that action needs to happen. Like, you can't just say sorry. Like, that don't mean shit. Like, yes. Okay. So like, comment, subscribe, share, because I know you care. Shout out to my new subs. Make sure y'all share this video. I don't care if you got 1 subscriber. That could be me getting another subscriber because we're almost at 10K and we need to get there. Okay. So share this video, share. And even after this, come back and leave a regular comment so we could get the engagement up so we can stay in this algorithm. I love y'all so much. And yeah, we're going to continue to make this a safe space for all of us to talk about things that we've experienced. And I really appreciate that I could get up here and be vulnerable with you all, because I do have a difficult time with that, which is crazy because this is on a worldwide internet, but I feel like I could talk more freely to y'all than I can like in an intimate setting with a one-on-one person, you know? And then it's also freeing, and this is therapeutic for me as well, because I feel like me getting some of the things out that I, you know, expressing some of my grievances is kind of like nobody can hold it against me. You know what I mean? If I come up here and tell y'all some crazy stories, it's like, this is my truth. This is my life. This is my story. So I'm not bound by it anymore. I'm no longer shackled by anything that I've done, by however it is that I feel. Like, it's just so freeing. I really do love it here. And I love y'all. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. I'll see you guys maybe later, or if not, absolutely mañana. Later.